Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Okay, Miss Taipan is ready to lay some eggs and is not enjoying the nesting box that I have here. So I'm going to remove her and hopefully put her in the tub here, depending on her mood. There you go. She's been frantically trying to get out, so the whole idea is you sort of let her decide to come out, and she's a little bit easier to work with. As I said, snakes believe that their home is their cage, and if you let them leave, they will go on their own. Now, I believe that there's some eggs in there. She last did this behavior. By the way, isn't she beautiful? She's absolutely lethal. And I'm going to attempt to get her in the tub. The plan B, if I can't get her to go peacefully into the tub here, and I should probably use the bigger garbage can. Come on. I will just entertain her while Mrs. Viperkeeper puts the camera down. And plan B isn't necessary.
Ah, very good.
So, what I'm going to quickly do is, since she's unhappy with the material provided, is I am going to sort of move this around. I don't know what she wants to do with the substrate, but I'm going to put it back here because it's not terribly cold back there. This is horticultural vermiculite that I just purchased because I didn't have any. She wouldn't go in this sphagnum moss nesting box, so I'll give her some moist, wet substrate to work with. And the whole idea here is to induce her to lay her eggs, and she's searching really, really sort of hard for it. Is to give her substrate to dig in, because that's what she seems to want. And we'll save the sphagnum moss for another time. So the whole idea is to get her to lay her eggs before I go on this trip, because there's no one really, I won't say qualified, but competent. Yeah, I was just going to do that, but I was looking for a pair of forceps. Working taipans is a very special sort of skill, and it takes nerves of steel, quick reflexes, and experience. And
I freely admit I am not qualified to do that. This is one of the snakes in our collection that positively, completely, absolutely terrifies me, and I tend to be in the room when they're out only under somewhat duress. Don't really like being in here when they're out.
Well,
they're so fast, and they can tap you 2 or 3 times before you even know you've been hit.
Yes, yes. Wolfgang Worcester was photographing some Papuan taipans at one time, and by the time he had the animal in focus with, an autofocus, professional level camera, had the taipan's head in focus and pressed the shutter, by the time the shutter went and the picture was taken, the strobe actually caused the snake to react, and the snake moved so fast it was out of focus and out of frame by the time this sequence all took place. So yeah, taipans are just exceptionally fast. In that 12 inches from their tip of their nose to 12 inches back from their head is absolutely lethal. You do not want to be in that envelope. And they can launch and do all sorts of things. This young lady has chased me across the room when she thought I had food. Fortunately, she realized, hey, what am I doing out of my cage? And then just sort of retreated. So once she builds her nest or does whatever she's going to do, I'll go ahead and put some a water dish in there. But I'm leaving on a trip on Saturday. I absolutely want these eggs to be dropped by then since she's nesting. This way I can get them into the incubator, which is all set up over there. They won't hatch for 60 days after they're laid, so that's plenty of time. So back up, Mrs. Viperkeeper. I am going to release the Kraken here. Come on, girlie. Come on, girlie. You're okay. Come on. Oh, I know. Now we're pissy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I left you a very nice present in your cage. Go back in there. You might actually like that to build a nest in. Go ahead. It's a little cool right now, but it's nice and moist, and you can shovel your way through it, and we'll just let her do her thing.
She's already burrowing.
She's already starting to dig. All right, well, this is the absolutely best I can do for her. I don't know what else to do. She's laid her eggs in her cage before without this, so this is a little above and beyond what I normally would do. Well, Miss Taipan has started laying eggs. We don't know if they're going to be good ones or not, but we shall see. Hold the camera, I'm going to do it with the tripod.
Peering out up there. They're as tricky to feed as the Tercyclopello, but they have the length and speed of pogo in there. I've had pogo strike at me enough times. muscular contractions moving down the body.
I think it was a stern warning you gave her earlier that I did this. I know as soon as I pause the camera, she's going to pop one out. He thinks every visit in here revolves around him.
Of course.
Well, this is the scene this morning. She's been pooping out eggs all night long, and it's about 4:45 in the morning local time, and she just pooped out that one. So this is a very long, arduous process for her. I decided last night to just shut the lights off and let her do her thing in darkness, and I set up the webcam in here and turned on its infrared mode, and you can I just checked this morning when I got up and didn't disturb her just until a few minutes ago, but I could see that you know, periodically she was popping out eggs, and you can see the folds in her body. She was very full down there and now sort of shriveled and empty. Well, good morning, Miss Perp. How you doing? Huh? Would you like a little wet down, huh? Would you like a little spray down? Two snakes from the night shift are still out because I flipped the lights on a bit earlier than normal, and they weren't expecting me to visit. I have no idea how long she's going to get going, but it does look like there's a couple more loaded in the tube. Poor girl, she's had a long night. several of the eggs don't look terribly viable. These with the pointed end and the yellow parts, but those big plump ones are definitely good eggs. And the one that she dropped last night over there may or may not look viable. But there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 good eggs that I see. 5 good eggs, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4,
That was
5.
my count too. It's maybe 5, definitely 4.
Yeah, 4 to 5 good eggs so far. And you know, up there she's still quite plump. So maybe she's got some big ones left in her. I'll incubate them all except the ones with the yellow ends and misshapen ones, if I can safely get them separated from the others. Some people try to separate the eggs. I don't like to do that because you know, you're just setting things up for a tragedy to ensue, because if you damage the shell, you doom the baby inside. It looks like Mother Taipan has finished up, and I'll remove eggs. Place them in the incubator. I'm not going to remove her, so this is a somewhat risky adventure here. Let's see the pointy end. Hopefully she's sleeping and I won't startle her. She's too tired to really move about. Give this a go. Whoa! Yes. Does not like to be touched. Alright, those two are very good eggs. That's probably a good egg. That's probably a good egg. That's the first one out of the chute. Probably not a good egg. Oh, sorry there, Bob. All right. Those that are yellow and smaller probably are not going to make it. 1, 3 have a good shot. 4 is a maybe. So we'll see.